Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Keana Robinson, and I'm the founder of Uplifting Legacy. And at Uplifting Legacy, I help people with lasting success through mindset renewal, stewardship, and financial management. So, in my last video, I welcomed you to the channel and I told you that I would share my story. So, I will do that. And in this video, you're going to learn how I saved my first $1,000 and you can save your first $1,000. So, my journey started with me being a single mother and having to figure out life. So, not giving any financial help and just having to handle things on my own. And so, it was tough. It was very tough. I had a lot of debt. I had credit card debt. I had got a car, so I had car loan debt. I had student loan debt, and it was just me and my child as a young single mother. So it was very tough, and I remember my grandmother telling me these things of what to do, but I just didn't know exactly where to start and how to do it. She always said to make sure you pay your tithes. She said, make sure you save a little money and make sure you pay your bills on time. And honestly, I wasn't doing any of this. And I didn't know how I could do all of this on what I was making and how I could pay these bills and do all those things as well. So I finally got fed up. I got tired. I got tired of living a paycheck to paycheck. And I said, okay, something has to change. I have to take some action and do something different. So I started listening to these financial experts and I started reading books and learning all this information on some strategies that will help me save money and get out of debt. So I started following them. I took bits and pieces from what I could, what I felt worked for me, and some things that I felt didn't work for me. And so throughout that progress, I made some changes with the help of the Lord for helping to guide me and give me some wisdom to get through that. And I got out of debt and raised my credit score to over 800 as a young single parent. So my whole passion and goal now is to help others that where I was, um, and to help them to go through that journey as well, to build wealth and to build legacy. And so now I'm planning for retirement. Me and my husband are able to do things that we were not able to do, and we're able to leave legacy, and invest and to save, have an emergency fund. So these are all the things that we're going to talk about throughout the journey. So come along with me. Today, we are talking about how to get that $1,000. So the $1,000 is important and it's key to financial transformation, because $1,000 is what we consider as an emergency fund. As you know, life is going to happen. Life happened to me when my car broke down. Life happened to me when my daughter needed things for school. Life happens. And what are you going to do when you don't have the money in the bank? You're going to go to a credit card. You're going to go and borrow it from somebody. You might even go to some of these check cashing places, which charge you over 100% interest of your money. And so it's so important to have that $1,000 as a rainy day fund, as an emergency fund, so that when things happen, you can go right to that account and get that money and take care of your business. So that's why it's so important to have this $1,000. So first step I had to do was to change my mindset. I had to stop thinking about money as it being, I got to make this money. I want to work 40 hours and then I'm just going to pay these bills. And then it was the next paycheck. Might have a little fun, might do a little shopping, but then I'm just going to pay these bills. Like that's all the money was. It was what I needed to do. Maybe I had some fun, maybe I didn't, but that's what it was. I had to transform my mindset to say, this money is a tool and it's for me to build wealth. It's for me to be a good steward of, first of all, to make sure that I'm taking care of what I'm supposed to take care of, and I'm being smart and giving wisdom and knowledge to what I'm using money for. And it's for me to build wealth and to have a peaceful life. Wouldn't it feel good just to have peace? Wouldn't it feel good just to have some kind of joy and not have to be stressed out about money? So we have to change our mindset to say, okay, let me quit the race, the rat race, and the cycle, paycheck to paycheck, work all week with my hard working hands and my mind, paycheck to paycheck. Now that's gone. Okay. It's not even, you got paid on Friday. It's not even Monday. And Sunday, our money is gone. I've been there. I know. So let's change that mindset to be a good steward of the money that we were given, and also to make sure that we are using it to build our future for us and our family. So here's how I started that journey. I began with, I had a little boost that I used from my tax refund. So a lot of us know, especially if you have children, you get a tax refund. And a lot of times, I mean, I was young, I was right at the mall or right at the outlet mall with almost all of my tax refund. So one year I said, you know what? Let me put a little bit of this up, just a little bit of it up, so that I can have a little extra money. Um, so what I did was I took $500 of that tax refund. I said, okay, I'm gonna put up 500. I'm gonna splurge the rest. So that's one thing that you can do. If you have an extra amount of money coming in, take a little chunk of that. It's gonna save you so much later in life. When life happens, you will have that money sitting in the bank. So take a chunk of that. It's a tax refund, maybe even, 2 times a year. If you get paid every 2 weeks at a job, 2 times a year, you get an extra check. Did you know that? You know that. So every 2 times a year, you get that extra check, 3 checks in a month. And some of my clients, because I've worked with clients, I've helped many clients to get out of debt, to save money, to build wealth. Sometimes my clients are like, that's not an extra check for me because I got to pay the same bills that I was paying. But that's not true, because if you have a budget and you set aside every month for 2 checks and you're paying the bills out of the 2 checks, when that third check comes for that 2 times a year, that's an extra check for you. So I help my clients to budget so that they will have that extra check per month, for that month. So if you have that, go ahead and save a chunk of that. Put it in your emergency fund. Another thing you could do is, when you have a extra few dollars a month, let's start automating that. So let's make sure that your human resources department or your job, you can go in and say, hey, take $50 a check and put it into this other account. Make sure it's separate from the current account you pay your bills in, and let them automatically take that $50. You're going to see that money grow and grow, and just put in your mindset that I am not going to touch this. I'm not going to touch this. So that mindset is, again, here we are. Don't use your that money as like a way to cope with stress. Use other things to cope with your stress. Don't take it out on your money, because that's your wealth builder right there, your income that you work every day hard to gain. So go ahead and automate funds so that every pay period you are saving. You're saving something. We want to get to that $1,000, and I'll tell you about the rest of the journey later. But right now, if you can sell something, if you can go on Facebook Marketplace and put something for sale, or if you can have a garage sale, or you can go to consignment shops and sell things. It's different ways that you could do to make this money, but very key right now. Let's get that $1,000. What would you do with an extra $1,000? It would make you feel security. It would have you have that blanket, that net, that safety net, and you would have that security. If something happens, I can take care of my family. So this is part of our journey. This is the beginning of our journey. I'm so excited for you. Let's do this together. If you look into the YouTube link, you will have a workbook. It's going to take us through this journey together, from getting out of debt to setting goals. You definitely want to set goals. What are you going to do after you have your emergency fund? What's next? Let's set some goals. We're going to do that. They're going to be specific. They're going to be measurable. So all of this is going to be in my workbook, a guide to help you through our journey. You're going to be able to have a budget in there. You're going to have a debt tracker in there. So click the link to get the workbook today and follow me along on this journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see the next journey. We're going to build this together. I had to do it. Got my credit score up to 800, eliminated all my debt, and now I'm helping many clients do the same. So come along with me, and I'll see you on the next video.